Alright, hey guys, Tom over back again and welcome to a day in the life with the Google Pixel 7 Pro. This is a sleek and powerful smartphone that has been taking the world by storm with its amazing camera, okay battery life, and cutting edge features. We're going to spend a day with the Google Pixel 7 Pro showing you all the ways it can make your life easier and more convenient. First up, we're going to take a look at the camera. The Pixel 7 Pro has a triple camera setup with a 48 megapixel main camera. In the past generations, Google have used the same camera for many years. They finally upgraded in the Pixel 6 and slowly improving it every day. It also has a 16 megapixel ultra wide angle lens and a 2 megapixel depth sensor. This allows you to capture stunning photos with incredible detail and depth even in low light, aka the macro photos. In addition to that, you also get a 20x zoom for video recording and 30x zoom for photos. And compared to the regular Pixel 7, you only get 7x zoom for video and 8x zoom for camera. So if zooming is your thing, stick with the Pro. So we'll head up for an early morning walk, followed by a light jog before I get out of breath. And we'll see how the Pixel 7 Pro will perform on day 18. The fast charging capabilities is pretty much standard with all high-end flagship phones these days. You can charge it up to 50% in 30 minutes. So even if it doesn't have the world's best battery life, you can just plug it in quickly, go grab some food or not use your phone for like half an hour. I think you'll survive there. And then it'll get you enough juice to last through the day if you can't already. After my early morning workout, I played around with the Google 7's AI assistant. So you can pretty much do anything these days. I don't think these features are exclusive to the Pixel 7 Pro. You can use it on any Android phone. Google Now, you can set reminders, make calls, find coffee shops nearby. You can use the Discovery tab by swiping to the right. You can see all your news feed. I actually use this as my main source of news. I don't like installing other apps, and Google tend to know what I like to read, so if I have a few seconds a day, I'll just scroll over here, see whatever article look interesting, and click into it. And this is how I stay up to date with all the random news and facts. And then I began my work where I used the Google Recording app. On Tuesday, I was in an all-day meeting, so I pretty much had the Google Report running at all times, therefore draining the battery pretty quickly. One of the main features that is pretty much on all high-end Android devices is the split screen mode, which is good in theory, but I find that all these screens are too small to do any multitasking. Maybe if you want to use YouTube and scroll around Twitter, there might be a case for that. But for the most part, I never really used it. I remember when Samsung first introduced this back in the Galaxy S4 or something. It was pretty cool back then. And then Google eventually wrote it into as part of the standard Android OS. I still don't think it's that useful. Maybe if you're using the Galaxy Z Fold 4 where you have double the screen, then I can see a use for a split screen, all those folding phones, because you're getting a bigger screen in real estate versus compared to this 6.7 inch phone, and then you gotta cut that in half. I don't think it's that useful. Pixel 7 Pro have water resistant IP68. This is pretty much standard with all high-end flagship phone these days as well, so it's not really a differentiator. You can walk around, use it in the rain with confidence. You can even shower with it if you want. But I personally wouldn't submerge it into too much water. If you use your phone speaker a lot, the water do get stuck into the phone speaker. It'll go away after a couple of days, but if you're listening to music or podcasts, you may notice that it sounds a little muffled. I guess in theory it makes sense. So I try to avoid using it in the shower or pool or anything like that. But if you're walking around, washing dishes, water splash on it, you'll be okay. Finally, to wrap up the day, it actually died around 2:30 or so, because at 2:13 my phone was at 4%. And if you take a look at my usage, I played this game for like an hour. I had the Google Recording app on for like 4 hours. Surprisingly, it only used 7% of the battery. Camera used another 7%, even though I was only recording for like 15 minutes. Then Snapchat for an hour and a half. And then Google Photos, podcasts used some battery as well. Screen on time is 3 hours and 39 minutes. Idle time is close to 7 hours. It's definitely weaker today because I have the recording app running for 4 hours, so I can see why there. And on day 18th, I woke up at 5:46 in the morning, so pretty early. And then let's say it died at 2:30, so only 9 hours of battery life. So if you're making the phone work hard in the background with the recording app, it will die pretty quickly. I still have work for another 3 hours, so I just plugged it in, recharged it up again. Then in the evening, I drove around to do some shopping and then made my way back home. The Google Pixel 7 Pro have a pretty good display. Surprisingly, even though I turn off 120 Hz and Quad HD, it's not really improving the battery life by that much. Once you start using apps and doing a lot of things, it starts to drain pretty quickly. So maybe in week 4, I'll just turn it back on and enjoy the perceived additional benefits. The Google Pixel 7 Pro's front speakers is generally louder than the regular Pixel 7, more bass. So you listen to a lot of music and podcasts, wouldn't have any issues there. I'm not an audiophile myself, but if it's loud enough for me to listen, I'm okay with it and I don't have any problem there. So there you have it. That's a day in the life with the Google Pixel 7 Pro. With its top line features like the Google Recording app, speaker labeling that is subpar in terms of actually doing the labeling. Voice typing is okay. I find like that I always have to go back and edit the text if I'm talking normally, but I feel like if I have to enunciate every single word slowly and properly, I think it'll work a little bit better. And a lot of my friends have Vietnamese names, so if you are addressing people by names, just forget about it. Maybe I gotta be friends with more people with English names so the features will work better. So overall, the Google Pixel 7 Pro is a perfect smartphone for anyone who wants to stay connected and productive and on the go. In terms of it being $300 better than the regular Pixel 7 is still debatable. I'll make the final conclusion after 30 days or so. But for now, please check out day 17 if you haven't already. Let me know if there's anything else you want me to cover. Remember to like and subscribe, and see you guys in the next video.